Alright guys and gals, let's finish up the Space Base and Rocket Launchpad by LEGO City. This is set number 60434, contains 1,422 bricks, retails for $134.99, and the set was provided by the LEGO Group for early review. Yes, sometimes I wish I could skip all that, but I can't. So, you can't see it, but we did do the base. Now today we're going to be doing the rocket and the launch pad. And that's essentially what we're doing. And today has been non-stop noisy. It's been jackhammering, sledgehammering, whatever you can think of. It's been going on here, and I couldn't film earlier. And it's an evening side build, or more like an afternoon. And I had to tend to some other stuff as well, and that kind of thing. Well, let's begin with bag 8. And these guys were working so hard they didn't have enough ventilation, and the carbon monoxide detectors throughout the whole house went off. And yeah, I had to, it's like in the 60s today, so I'd open up all the windows, so it's getting cold in here now. You know. It's been a very interesting day, indeed. I was going to film this earlier, but you would have heard, you wouldn't even be able to hear me talk, so it's not even, it wouldn't be worth it. So what we're going to do is we're going to build this, just do a half-baked review, and we'll come back and do something more formal. Okay, so now we're working on booklet number 3, and we're going to start with a minifigure. Let's get going on it. Now, this is really diving into my mock building, because I've been doing nothing but minifigure stuff all day, and there's something just caught in there. And that's really cute, Lego, but what do I know? Ooh, that's printed. And I'm just I'm already getting tired. Everybody wanted this stuff done. I wonder how bad this is scratched. Matter of fact, just a ding right there. I've already knocked down a whole point, because remember in the last installment we found a bunch of scratch parts. I dinged it all the way down to an 8.5, so let's hope this set doesn't get any worse. Alrighty, let's put the apparatus on her real quick so she can go float in space. We'll stick that on her now. We'll find all her parts, and I hate doing minifigures. I really do. They're just not that fun. And yeah, I sound a little stuffed up, so if I sound whiny, that's probably why. Asthma's been flaring up. It's dusty around here. Yeah. And I think that's it for her. She's probably the one that's going to navigate this aircraft. Or spacecraft. There's no air in space, right? Okay. Now, let's get going on this. On the big boy. So I'm going to try to get through this quickly. I got a lot of stuff to edit. I just got another Lego review offer box in today. It's one set, so that's good there. And I'm going to try to do is to get everything done before Christmas, except for the editing parts. I will just build everything and then edit it later. Thought I saw the camera flash, and its favorite message says your memory card's full. Alright, now I can't find a Technic brick. Usually the hard part is when you first unbag. These are great for Mills plates, these 1x4 Technic bricks. So I've been, time I find a few of those, that's kind of what I hoard up. So yeah, I only slept a few hours, and next thing you know, these guys came bright and early. It's like, oh, we're ready to work. like half asleep, like, oh, okay. And what can you do? Everything now has got to be handicap accessible. Sometimes it's worth just going residential and not have to worry about it. And tonight we are going to have spaghetti, so I am going to get this done before I start cooking. It's like, I don't know what time it is, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, not 3 in the morning. Some squashed bricks, put those in there. They're like 1 by 1 by 2/3 plates or something like that. More formally, 1 by 1 by 2/3 of a brick. So far this set has been pretty interesting to build. I wanted to build it, like I said, when you want to build a set, that's how you know it's pretty good. Versus just building something just to get it done. And I have maybe 1 or 2 sets I have to get done real quick. And I just got to get them out of the way. Don't see a lot of bright colors in this bag. It's kind of just black and gray with a little bit of white. Nothing exciting, you know. And I may have to get up a few times to check on things, so yeah. So if I have to BRB, then that's how it's going to be. And this set is modular, so more than one person can build this at the same time. That's always good. This is basically like a bunch of little sets combined together. And the price ratio per part is, this is $135 for over 1,400 bricks, so that's about 10 cents a brick. That's not bad for this. You know, so it's not like it's overpriced. I did read one of your comments. You told me in Venezuela that Lego is, you were telling me about a set, it's like $50 for what I considered a not so appealing build. And yeah, honestly, if I saw that price, it depends on the currency over there. Well, that's still pricey for what you're getting. Lego's an expensive, well, I'm going to say building apparatus or an art medium, because we don't want to tick off somebody in the, we don't want to tick off Kappa and think I'm doing this for little kids. Yeah. I think that was the main reason why I was inserting cuss words in some of my videos. But you know what, at the end of the day, do I want to spend all my time focusing on, okay, I got to say a cuss word? Not really. This is not a bad little spaceship so far. It's not by all means Star Wars, but, you know, still. Is this a mirror, or is this just, let me take a look here. Looks like it goes on both sides. If it does, yeah, it's going to be a mirror. All right, we'll just build 2 of them then, huh? Speed up the build a little bit more. And so I've just been kind of hanging out around here and kind of still looking on Google Maps, trying to find just some place to go and to get away from everything. Now with Christmas just upon us, I don't know, but I'm not going back to work until mid-February, so that's even better, huh? Yeah. What happens when you work very hard, you get to take the longer days off. But these guys that were out here, man, they were jackhammering for like 5 hours straight. And then it's like, okay, we're done. I'm like, yeah, I would be too. One of these guys is like older than me, and the other one's about my age, and I was like, oh. That's why I became a computer programmer. I didn't want to do that manual labor, but I still go out in the field to install software, and it's 110 degrees. Yeah, so that's doesn't mean I get away from it fully. You know, when I'm done filming, I'm going to take this lamp and I'm going to unplug it, put some deoxit cleaner in there and see if I can clean that. See if it's not the LED light. I think it's, maybe it's just this. The thing you screw in the light bulb is just getting dirty. I don't know. Hoping to get this bag here done real quick. Oh no. Oh, we got to put a bunch of these on here. You notice now I could be a little louder now. Just get a little crazy. Yeah, cracks me up. Sometimes some people spoil their kids so much that when the parent needs help with something, the child is never to be found. And then they'll come and ask me, and I'm like, hey, it's my time off. I ain't doing any work right now. And then I end up doing it anyways because I kind of feel sorry for them. I'm like, you spoil your kid so rotten, he's gone. He just gets up and leaves when he wants to. He doesn't even tell you, and then, you know, I'll bite my tongue on that one there.
Well, I don't want my kid to have to do that hard work. I don't want to tell him that he has to be home at a certain time.
Yeah, well, I don't know. If I did that nonsense when I was around in my teens, I wouldn't be around today. Yeah, that's the difference. Sometimes some people think I was raised in a southern home, but no. My parents were raised by Southerners. That's how they were raised, and that's how they raised my sister and I. But some parents, they don't do that. You know, they don't want their kids to do the hard labor. Well, hard labor ain't gonna hurt you. And plus, like I said, I'd like to set up an area outside to do these reviews. And if I do, just to sit back outside and just kind of build this stuff wouldn't be too bad. It'd make it more exciting than sitting in the house, you know. I'm kind of just thinking about it. I can't do it now with all the construction going on, but I could once the all that ends. I got a water fountain that I can set outside, and we can just sit out there and just listen to it, or do it by an open fire one night. Just kind of just build some stuff. There we go. And so far we haven't messed up. That is really good. I was going to say, because this feels kind of slimy at the bottom, but yeah. Well, Jay, weren't you spoiled? Maybe just a little, but you know, I still had to get up and do my chores and clean my room and all that stuff. Kids today, parents don't make them clean their room or anything like that. Some kids, they don't have to be told, they just like to do it. And I'm a cluttery person, but I have to have everything clean. It has to be squeaky clean. All right, we got to make 2 of those. And I just have to do it now. It's like doing laundry. I don't have nobody to tell me I have to do it. I do it. I do it, or else I won't have clean clothes, and it looks kind of doesn't look too appealing. So So now it's like I have to, I can't pick these up. And just have to do it. I grew up where my mom did all my laundry when I was living at home, and now I have to do it, which doesn't bother me. It gives me something to do. Yes, laundry's boring. I think the most boring part is folding it, but at least I'm not just doing nothing. Alright, so that goes there. Of course, that's the only way it really can go. This one goes here. Okay. Then we can skip all that. So this is like a little mini building, like a set. Okay, so what Lego does here, they put an arrow all the way through that hole to show that the Technic pin goes in there. I need to do that on mine. Whoops. Jay, you're copying Lego's building guides. No, I'm just copying how they do things so I can make a better, more efficient building guide. You know, it's not like I'm copying their builds. That would be a trademark thing. That would be a violation. IP and electoral policy thing. I wouldn't want to do that to them. There was a question asked, Jay, since you get all these sets early, it's so tempting just to claim them as mocks. You could tell if it's my mock or somebody else's, you know, and two, that's kind of being slimy. You don't want to do that. Look what I built. All of a sudden, I'm coming out with these weird builds, not like my typical style. That's how you know when YouTubers copy other people's designs, because their style changes. Because my style is just basically basic bricks and parts. I don't really use anything custom. And I'm looking for 2 ingot tiles. We got to make 2 of these little boogers real quick. Everybody's got their own building techniques, their own style. So it's like they got a new Lego City designer that designs these sets. And you can tell the quality that these are now compared to what they were before. And these are pretty good. I have to openly admit that these are really good sets here. These are more like mock style builds. I know some people say, well, I wouldn't consider it as a mock quality. Well, you know, some people build smaller mocks, and I would consider these as more of a mock. Like this is a whole set, a whole setup here. And then if you got all the other space sets, and we don't want to use that one, that's a printed one. But if you know, it just depends on the person, you know, what they classify it as a mock. But this is more like mock quality here. It's got that flimsy flavor, but it's not just kind of, you know, it's a complete build. Like, I really need to take that out and clean it, but I want to get this filmed first. And lots of little parts, so these go the other way. But I have to give my hand, I have to tip my hand off to the creator of these sets. The only thing I just wish is that the stuff was all printed, like some of this is just printed. You know, and maybe they don't do it just because these parts could be exclusive to one set, but for me personally, I'd rather just see it all printed and just pay $5 or $10 more and not have to mess with the stickers. And then two, those parts be more valuable. You could actually just make a whole mock out of it, and it'd just be easier to find than a sticker sheet that has long since been out of print. And we forgot to put a 2 in there. Let me back up here. Okay, there's some pieces that I forgot to put in that. Yeah, I got to come in here and take that all apart to get to them. Well, how bad is it? Do I have to rip that apart? Alright, because I forgot to put this in here. That's my fault there. You're supposed to pop these in here. I looked at that and I thought, well, that don't make sense. Well, yeah, now I know why it doesn't make sense, is I didn't put those in there. And I made a mistake again. Boy, I'm making boo-boos all left and right. That's okay, though. It's Lego. We didn't glue it together, did we? So we can take it apart and put that back together. Jay, you didn't censor that out. Yeah, I didn't do that. There's no need to. Make a mistake, you're going to see it. I want you to see all the boo-boos that I make. Yeah, I got about 15, 16 video clips left to film before I am done for the year. That's not including tutorials or mocks. So that's pretty, that's a lot of stuff. Oh, it's going to go back there. Probably one of those fuel cells. I did ask oh yeah, I did already talk about it. It's like, I already asked a question about, is there a hole in there? Let me make sure. Okay, there's 2 gold studs in here. And then these go on the top. We've already made enough mistakes as it is. We don't want to make any more. And I don't know what I was saying now. Brain fart. Must be the hinge that controls that. Nope. We got to put the space logo on that. Yeah, I got to get an appointment with my barber real quick. Matter of fact, I still got to drop the battery into my car. Okay, they use this. And then they shove this in here. Matter of fact, remember I said in city builds, why do they use that blue color? Well, I found a building in downtown that actually uses that color of blue there for their windows. I thought, oh, okay, I guess we can do that. We got to make a fuel cell here real quick. We got to make 2 of them. Yeah, so far this is a really good set. I just wish that stuff was printed, but the main thing is Lego would have took better care of packing stuff. You know. And yes, even with my own mocks, I do have things that will fall off. Alright? So when I go in and make a tutorial out of it, I try to make things as stable as I can, so when you build it, it won't flake apart. And that's it for bag 8, and that's all what we have remaining there. And we got to do one more attachment, and that's to put the windscreen on. And it looks like it just sits on. I thought this thing hinged, but no, it just sits in there. So they got a spot here you can just take it and just pop that off. That's not too terribly bad. And let's see here. Yeah. All right, let's get on to bag 9 here. So I have a film we're putting something on the back of that. So it looks like this thing's almost modular here. How many people could probably build this? I'd say comfortably 4. Ooh, this is a nice piece. Well, some pits in it, Lego. It's nice soft plastic too. I need to get a couple of those. They're great skylight parts. They got this in little bags. Why don't you put that in a bag too? Or is that going to cost an extra 10 bucks? I remember that one time I got those pieces of glass, the little window glass for the 1x6x6 frame, and it was just all obliviated. And I thought, I can complain to Lego, they'll just send me more that's all scratched. You know, so I just don't buy any of it anymore. But the only glass I can find is the blue stuff, which I just kind of despise. We building 2 or just 1? Making sure here. I need to get a couple more of those. Those always come in handy for making trailers. Matter of fact, I got a couple of new mock ideas I want to build. Since of all the stuff going on here, my mind's been kind of working a little overtime, and I thought, you know what, some of this stuff would make great Lego builds. So I may just be inclined to do so. So I just grabbed the phone, took a bunch of pictures and a 360 video walking around this equipment and thought, well, this would make a great video. So I'm going to do just that. Okay, we forgot something here. It's backwards. I like that. I think it's just transparent gray more and more. So I'm going to try to set all that off to the side there. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. I gotta move it one step closer in here. Yeah. I'm one of these guys I kind of caught today smoking in my house. I was like, I'm going to have to tell them next time they come and say, dude, I don't mind you doing it in my yard, but don't do that in my house. I know they're working in that area, but it's kind of drifting. It's seeping in here, and I can't stand the smell of it. I sound like one of those cranky old guys, but man, I don't mind the smell of concrete, but I don't want to smell that. Say, hey, I got elderly here that have, even myself has respiratory issues. I can't just smell that. I think there's a duplicate of this. Which there probably is, because I have two of these. We don't know. We're just going to keep going here. We have a pair of everything, so there might be. But they may say you got to build this and tie it on to the existing. We don't know. Have a feeling this probably connects onto back here somehow. We don't know yet. You know, I'm almost inclined to look, but I'm almost scared to at the same time. So I'm going to try to get as much filmed as I can. I'm going to try to see if I can get a review done on this tonight. And that's, oh yeah, we are building another one. That's cute. Well, let's inspect and make sure we did everything correctly here. And then this one here, where does that go? Oh, it goes in the holders with this part going in. So it goes right in there. I'm going to keep that flat on there. Alright, and line that up. Yeah, it won't wiggle too. Just a little bit, but there you go. So, looks pretty cool. Now we gotta do that whole fiasco again. Yeah, after a while though, doing these large sets, it just kind of drags. It's like, I just want a good 30-minute build. I don't need to go in and spend days on one project. And, you know, but when, like I said, I can't pick the sets that I want. I can't just say, well, just send me sets that are 300 pieces or under. A lot of people why do you want the small stuff? Just because it's easier to build, and two, I can get the build stuff done quicker. You know, because I have a busy life other than Lego. And they kind of look at me funny, like, you do? Like, yeah. I'm like, I just don't. Doing the large stuff after a while just kind of gets boring, and I don't want to, you know, just do that all the time. Did we put that there? Yeah, we did. I think there's something that goes in there. Just trying to pull out all the transparent stuff first as we go. Yeah, I think I've only declined like maybe 2 sets since I've done this, and I thought, well, ignoring the email that gets the hint. No, I have to tell them no. Like, I wasn't really supposed to accept these. I wasn't really going to do them. Now I'm kind of glad I didn't. Glad they were forced upon me, because then I can build them and share my findings. There was a set that I signed up for, and I didn't get it. Matter of fact, I hadn't even got my end of the year gift yet. I don't know what happened to that. I haven't checked the land. I know next week, though, I'm going to have a lot of paperwork, because I've just got a bunch of sets done and they're up on YouTube. And that's kind of a bummer there, but we're going to have to do it. Well, I have to do it. You don't have to do anything. But you can comment on my videos on my main channel, and I can always forward that to Lego, but I always give it as anonymous data anyways, like, hey, this user said that, that user, this viewer. I never mention names. If Lego's really curious, they can read the video themselves, which sometimes they actually do. I've even been told that they do. So, we still recording? Okay, good. And I need to find that Nexonite shield. White pieces on a white counter. It's like, I'm trying to find it. Jay, build me a modern house with nothing but white and gray and black bricks. I'm like yawning, like, okay. I'll get right to it. Oh, snap. Something just came up. I just got a big, massive part haul that came in with a bunch of colorful parts. I don't want to build something that's black and white. I know the younger kids like that stuff, but yeah. I've been, you know, hey, you need to get out of your comfort zone and build a modern house. I mean, it just depends, but I grew up in a different time, and two, I think I only know one person in my whole life that ever lived in a house that was just all white and sterile. And not really my cup of tea, but, you know. Okay, we'll stick that on there. Let me make sure that that's flat. We'll do it like that so you can see right down in there. There we go. Now we got to fill that thing in the middle, and that's the fuselage cabin area. All right. These are pretty cool. I just got to find a few more of those in different colors other than gray. They look like a roll pan you'd see on a mini truck. Well, for a Chevy Silverado, for that matter. Matter of fact, you can't even find those parts for modern cars anymore, unless it's like all plastic and stuff. All right, let's see here. So, my goal is to shoot and get everything done by next Friday in terms of filming. And that means after that I don't have to mess with it anymore. I can just start editing, and if Lego sends me stuff, I'll just do it when I get some free time. Because it's Christmas and I don't want to have to, you know, be obligated to have to get sets done. I got a bunch of stuff that'll last me all until the 9th of January, if I plan it right. But I got like this one and 6 more sets left to complete, and it's a lot of work. And yes, I did use the word work. Building this stuff is fun. This is the fun part. It's editing and compiling my notes, putting it up on YouTube. That's the work part. Building is the fun part, unless it's just something I just don't want to do. All right. Yeah, but I only had I probably took an hour's nap between all the jackhammering today, and plus 3.5, 4 hours last night. Oh, excuse me. The last couple times they've been here after 10 or 11. I thought, well, I got some time. No, they come here at 8 in the morning. 8 or 9. I don't know. It was just too early for me. But a lot of people out here are farmers, and they're used to, oil field workers, and mostly farmers, agriculture. And you go to Silicon Valley, it's different. People don't roll out of bed till late over there because everybody's software engineers and developers. It makes a lot more sense. So what I'm going to do is set everything up when we get this all done. Just run a quick... we don't need to do the tour. We've already toured it as we went through it. And, ooh, I need these. Looks like something you'd see on a pot of coffee. It's round, but it's bent. But we need that. Okay, I'm missing a 1x4 brick. I don't know. It's all white stuff on a white counter. I'm missing this. Oh, there it is. Gotta build that now. It's like a radio. But I'm gonna try to get everything done. Like, I'm still trying to edit this week's videos and get this week's videos done first. And wait, I messed up here. That is supposed to go on the front. Well, Jay, what happens if you don't do these? Like, let's say you skip the review. Oh, they find out. That's got that metallic stuff too, like an opaque color. What I've heard is that they will, if they do, they'll give you a talking to. And if you do it again, they'll put you on a probation. And well, that one, well, that doesn't go on very well. And they just won't send you anything for a while. So you go like that. That's still not enough to... That's just kind of flaky there. I wish that was... You can attach that a bit better. So that's what would happen. And is it worth it? No, it's not worth it. Okay. And it goes on one of the jumper plates here. This might be a little mobile lab or something. We're just about done with this bag too. I was supposed to work on that bus tutorial, and I'm thinking about making it a mock tour first and then a tutorial. And we'll do that there. I don't know how I want to do it because I was supposed to work on the bus. I got the essential parts here. I just haven't had time because this is when the whole wave of sets just blew in. I mean, at least they're not like I'm doing like 30 of them and I have to get them done in 5 days. But like, it's just, I'm going to be honest with you. I've been camped out in front of the video editor for a good chunk of the month. once the first sets came in, I thought, oh, this is not too bad. I mean, I'm keeping up. I've got a nice rhythm going, but it's a lot of filming and a lot of documenting that I have to do. And the problem is, it's just, I want to build my own stuff, you know, because then I get to share it with you. Hey, this is an exclusive from me. You can build this later on. But I think the bus is going to be an exclusive. If, like I said, I looked at my YouTube channel views. If they don't pick up, I'm not going to release it publicly. It'll be there. It'll be in a building guide form. It'll be a video tutorial, but that would be it. But it won't be on here. So you better spread the word. Jay, please don't. I like those videos. I like doing them too, but if no one's watching them or very few people, it's not. It makes it not. It doesn't entice me to. Oops! It doesn't entice me to build more. Or I can just do a speed build through it and say, "Oh, you want to build it? There's a link to the building guide, and sell the building guide for probably, I don't know, probably $5. It may not take that many parts." And we don't need that yet. I thought we had to put that on there. But honestly, I prefer to do the building guides more and more. These are kind of cool. But that bus tutorial is going to be really good. Yeah, I got to get and play that new Minecraft or that new Fortnite game, that Lego Fortnite. Everybody says it's fun playing it with just single player. I was like, okay, and they say you could build a lot of stuff. I'm like, okay, that's even better, because I just want to build my own. I don't want to just use somebody else's goofy stuff. If it's free build, it's not too bad. And they say you're forced to eat in the game. You can't be like Minecraft and starve. You only got half a heart left. So I'm actually going to have to start getting those carrot seeds and making a big giant Lego carrot farm. And we got to put the top on the cooker. Looks like one of those deep pit cookers. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so we do have access into the interior. And we only have one part remaining. All right. And let's see here. We're almost done with this booklet too. So you just take this and put it on one side. We'll put it on the not so attractive side here. And I don't think it matters which way it goes. So I guess you can make more of these and expand onto them. Almost looks like a little train car, like a tram. And that fits right on the back there. So that does come off. Pretty cool. And you can pop this off here if you want to. Oh, well, maybe you shouldn't pop that off. And even tells you can take that off too and set your minifigure inside. I'll stage everything up eventually, and we'll do that, but right now that's it. And we're 100% done with booklet 3. Oh, there's a piece I forgot. And finally we have bag 10 and booklet 4. Looks like it's just mostly bulk in this bag. I'll slide all that off to the side there. So, just as a fair warning, I may need to move the camera several times with this one. So, you get motion sickness. Yeah, you've been forewarned. And we need this ramp piece too. I think we really haven't used this all that much. Hang on to it for some of these sets that don't have one. Alrighty, and bag 10, we need that ramp, and bag 10, of course. Alrighty. I've seen mostly common pieces. There's some new elements in here, but nothing like that's screaming out, hey, you know, that kind of deal. Alright, we gotta be careful. I don't want parts rolling in there and I'll never see them again. And let's see here. Let's just start jumping right on in here, and it's got some more of that nice medium orange color. If you need these little control panels with the battery symbol on them, yeah, you got a bunch of them in here. You're ready to go. You are ready to go. So this must be the launch pad itself. And you got a lot of this sand blue pieces. I don't think I have any of those. Get this like that. Okay. Yeah, I gotta get on. I was supposed to work on building guides this whole winter and publish a bunch, but when you have the sets in the way, it's kind of a... I mean, this one I kind of want to build, but I really want to get into the other stuff. Oh wow, 1x8 bricks in white. I have a bunch of those, but seeing bricks in general in a set, a modern set, yeah, that's kind of unheard of. I bet we're going to need that next. Yeah, we are going to need it next. May as well just set it in there now. You set those in and you got to tile them. Alrighty. Oh, okay. Oh, there's the other one. Now I got to find that last round piece. We can't put that in. Oh, there it is. Let's say we can't put that in until we get this in there first. It's all nice and smooth. I bet there's a track that goes on the bottom. I bet, no? I don't know how that's going to fit in there. We'll find out eventually. Okay, 1-to-1. Okay, first, before we can put anything in there, we got to put the pins in here. But I've had some people comment, says, Jay, you don't sound too enthusiastic when you build a whole lot of sets. No, when it's one set after another, I know a kid would go bonkers just building all the time. But for me, it's like I see all these cool parts, right? These are really good bricks for a lot of cool stuff. And I'm being told where to put them at. That's where it's kind of meh. I don't want to do it. And okay, we don't need that right now. So you can see I've just got a bunch of stuff cluttering up over here. Oops, we don't need that one in there. Yeah, I was watching the nightly news and seeing all those tornadoes hitting back east right before the holidays. Just imagine that devastation. I got to thinking, man, how many of my viewers are impacted by that? And out here, I'm always complaining about, it's too hot, it's miserable, it's boring here. It is, it's boring here, I'm not going to lie to you. But we don't have all that yet out here. Like we're next week, or later on this week actually, because today's Monday, we're going to be hitting in the 70s. Oh, wait a minute, this is supposed to be pushed up a little higher. And that's kind of, man, I can't even get those on there right. What's wrong with me today? Okay, it's supposed to be like that, and then you put this in here like so. Okay. And then we fill all that in there. That's a nice color, is the sand blue. I just need to get some more of it. This bag here doesn't look like it had a lot of parts, but it's a lot of tiling and stuff. If you've noticed, I'm hunting for pieces, tiles. Not a lot of really, it's not really a whole lot of small parts in this one, just mostly medium and plates and stuff like that. I get done with this. I'm hoping there's enough daylight because it is 3:49. So I haven't been doing this all that long, and I got to put these parts back in my car. Start putting the car back together. And I got a lot of stuff going on right now. The paint's already dry. I got to make sure that the bolt heads are sealed and all that stuff. And yeah, we're going to do that, and that's clear. Yes, there is a sink on the wall. Or somebody said, is there going to be a sink on the wall? Yeah, there is going to be a sink on the wall. But now it's my time to cool down and relax today. Okay, we got to do that now. So, best things to work is from one side and work your way back. Don't just start and randomly placing parts, because I've done that and kind of found out the hard way. I mean, if you really want to go hardcore mode, you can. You know, if you make a boo-boo, you're going to regret it. Alrighty, we need one more tile that goes right there. And there it is. I like those triangular tiles, those are pretty cool. We're not done yet. Put that right there. Okay, so yeah, tonight I will be doing the tour on this. How am I going to do the tour? We're going to set it up before we end this thing here. I'm going to do a rough review on it. Then I'm going to take a picture for the thumbnail. Then I'm going to come in and do the review first on this. Because I'm going to stage up all the minifigures. I'm not going to, you know, these are unnamed, so they're nothing special. And just put them up there and just be done with it. I'm trying to think of a way to make this not so painful. So when I get done with this, we'll set it up. I'll do the thumbnail. Then I'll do the review, the formal review later tonight. And after that, then I'll do the 360 spin tour. And then I'll do the close-up last. And that's how I'm going to do the review. Alright, and that's how you put it in there, huh? That's the secret. Alright. Can you see what I'm doing? Looks like you can. And it sits like that. Okay, then you come in here. Why don't they just have me stick this? Oh, I see why. So you got to line all this stuff up. What I'm going to do is leave it here so you can see it better. And I'm just going to tack that in. Just barely set it on there first. And then I'm just going to just wiggle this in. You may have to wiggle it in several tries. Okay, it fits inside this notch here. So you may want to hold it. Excuse me, I had to clear my throat while I was talking. Set it in that notch there, and you're going to have to multitask and hold all that together. Yeah, so there we go. So you just have to wiggle it in. And then you do the other side. This one's just as easy. I can't wait to get this monster off my desk so I can, or my workbench, so I can do some other stuff. It's getting hot in here and all that stuff. I need to start up dinner here. Okay. You really can't see what I'm doing now, huh? Well, there we go. And now, we have to make something with these, and they're mirrored. So I'm just going to start mirroring things now. Wait, it goes like that. I was like, wait a minute, what am I doing? Still got a lot of parts left in here. Okay, and the ramp just sits on that. Press that down. Oh, we still got the decorations on the back. And I can tell you we're going to be building a fuel cell or two here. Alright, just about there, folks. And then I'm going to have to get the turntable, and we're going to have to set this all up. Now let's make it match. Okay, and then this goes right here. And that's it. We're done with the stars. And it doesn't tell us how to set everything up, but this is all modular, so we don't really care. And does it tell me how to put the spaceship on, or is that just it? Or is it just there for looks? So this is what we have remaining for bag 10. And let's see here real quick. Does this fit on here? I bet this just sits right in there. That's essentially what it is. So you can go, oh, that's really nice. Alright, now we're going to set this setup here. Now I'm not going to go through and do the whole tour, because we already did that when we built it. I don't know how I'm going to get all this to fit on this little turntable. But it's easier on a turntable versus just, you know, I'm going to set all the figures. I will set them right over here by the phone recorder. And put this over here too. Okay, let's set the car over there too, because he just ran over my spaceman. This set has got a lot of big things. I'm just trying to get to where I can get in here. And honestly, this is something you really can't just easily move around. And alright, at least it's not tall where it's bumping into the lamp. Make sure we're centered here. I'm going to have to pull it forward a little bit here and kind of get everything straightened out. Let me pull this back. I can't put my camera back any further Just mainly because I got a bunch of sets in here. Let me see if I can slide some of these out of the way. I have that Harry Potter castle thing that just literally just, I've been moving it around and it's literally falling apart, like it's in pieces. And you know, that's what happens when you do your whole entire Lego collection, well most of it anyways, in a little bedroom. You will not make it, it will not fit. I don't have the basement or the attic, and you'll just have to deal with the shakiness of the camera. Something like this, it's easier to do 4K on because I can get more of a view. As a matter of fact, I think I got the whole thing in there, and I can't go up any higher. Well, sorry guys, I gotta move the camera. And, you know, just warning, motion sickness there. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody, but I remember back in the heydays of YouTube, people would complain about it. You know, I've got sick over this, and some people would, oh, don't watch Jay's videos, he moves the camera too much. And I kind of got to that point of, and then you need to consult with a physician before watching YouTube videos. Because a lot of the stuff is amateur filming. I don't, you know, some people think I'm like, I'm going to provide Hollywood quality. And like, no, this is just for fun. See, I can't go back any further. That's as far as I can go. That's why I hate tower builds. I really do. They're just, you can't, I can't get them to, well, I'll have to pick that crap up later. Whoop, I'll have to censor that word out too because somebody got mad over it. Alright. This is as best as it's going to get. I'll get a better shot when I do the tutorial, or the whatever it is. I want to do a tutorial so bad. Not sets, but we have to do them. That's just how it is. Okay, now, looks like this is kind of not the exciting side. I'm looking for the side with the little door here. And I want to set this up in such a way that I can just rotate it. So I'm going to just give it a quick spin here. Straighten everything out. So this, I'm going to index this as setting up. And, you know... These sets are getting bigger and bigger, and my table's getting smaller and smaller. So we got this thing here. I'm just going to stuff it somewhere. And this set has a lot of stuff to do for the... You know, let's stick this in the back here. Well, I'm going to do the thumbnail. It's kind of cluttery. And let's start staging things here. And the reason why I'm going to start staging stuff is to make it a lot better when we do the whole thing. Let's back the truck in here. Matter of fact, you could just do this and make it like that a little better, huh? We'll put him right here. Now you notice I'm fixing all the minifigures to the base. The reason why I do that is when I'm moving around here, I don't have this stuff falling off. Because if I have to, there we go. He's testing the water there, or whatever it is. We don't know what that is. And then we have the alien things. We're going to put the alien creatures on the roof here, have them observe what's going on. I mean, that's a better place for them, right? And let's see here. We'll put her right here, and this little robot thing with the battery cell. We'll have that just standing right there. Let's put him right here where he's working on this. Well, he doesn't sit on there. What, you can't use Reprendo to move it around? We'll just have to do it like that then. So he's going to work on the little robot there. And she's our pilot. So we'll put her over here for right now. They all have helmets, which is good. And make sure all the visors are down. We don't want somebody to have their brains sucked up there. And then, like right there. And, you know, for what this is, I mean, it's not junky, it's just cluttered. So that's my bad there. And from the viewfinder, I think that'd make a great thumbnail. And for the most part, though, we'll just start diving into the review here. You know, first of all, let's just do the quick thing real quick. This is basically what it is. So if I'm doing the 360 spin, I can probably go back a little further here. I'm just making sure nothing bumps. Now, why don't I set it on the table? The reason being is because I need to move things around. I don't want to, I could just do tours on individual stuff. But reviews, I don't want to spin, I don't want to make this a 30-40 minute review, all right? It's basically, this is the review. Everybody has to come here to watch this. And these are going to be my formatted reviews eventually. All right. So, it's a fully playable model. So let's start with play value. And yes, there's plenty of things to do. As you saw here, this opens up. You have access to in here. And you have a vehicle. You have this mining area with the hidden gem. You have a spaceship on a launch pad. There's just too many things to mention, right? So this is not a set that's going to be something that's going to be boring to play with. This is going to keep a child entertained. Keep a child, going to keep an adult entertained too. And, you know, I could just do the formal review now, huh? Let's do that. Let's start my review with play value. And honestly, there's plenty of things to do. As you saw in the tour, this opens up, you have full access to the interior as well as to the tower. You know, you can take that off and put your minifigures in there. You got a working crane, you got a vehicle, you got an excavation site, you have several minifigures, you got a spaceship with a cargo area. There's just too many things to mention. So whoever gets this set, or you're thinking about buying this for yourself, there's just plenty of things to do. So play value is not short on this model. You've got plenty of things to play with on this set. Lots of stuff to do, lots of things to explore. So this is a really good model for that. Build quality, I'd say it's average to above average. I did have some pieces fall off. I think I had some that came off on the tower. And I don't think anything came off the spaceship, but for the most part, it's a pretty sound build. This is meant to be played with. So I didn't really have anything like crumble apart, especially after it has been assembled. I haven't had anything flake apart, so not too bad there. Build experience is also pretty good. This was one of those sets that I could not put down. I looked at the box and I was like, I don't know, I'm not really into space, but after I start building this, it's there, you know. This is a really good model to build, and it kept my interest throughout the whole build. So it did keep an adult's interest. So definitely it's going to keep a child's interest as well. For city drop-in value, this is one of those builds that's just completely isolated, completely sealed up. There's no holes, there's no missing backs. This is something you could drop in your city theme. Or if you have a space theme, even better. This is just a complete model. This is almost like mock quality. It's just sealed. This is all complete. I mean, we took a tour of it, but look, there's no holes. And in addition to that, you can expand on this. Obviously, you got these extra things. So this right here possibly can be taken off, and you can put this on there too. There's just plenty of things to do here. You're not going to be short on play features on this set. Honestly, I'm really happy with it. It's a really nice model. There's just so much mock value with this. You can expand on this. The creators really thought this one out very well indeed. Now for collaborative build, everything is modular. So like this piece here is separate from the spaceship, separate from the launch pad, separate from the vehicle, and separate from this. So I'd say probably 4 to 5 builders can construct this set at the same time. I'd recommend just 2. One person builds this, another one builds all the accessories. It'd be a fun, collaborative build, a nice afternoon or weekend build. This would be a really fun set to put together. Now honestly, this is a set that I probably wouldn't have picked up at first, but now seeing it in person, I would recommend anybody who's not into space and looking for a really good detailed build, this is it. Like I said, this has got a lot of detail for what it is. And for me personally, I'm very pleased with this set. Now, for my score on this build, I have to give it an 8.5. Sadly. Why? I'm dinging just a little bit off the stickers and a little bit off for a few pieces that came off. The main issue is some of the parts in this were scratched. A couple of these pieces here were scratched as well as this. Why Lego doesn't package those up separately, I don't know. Or this set would have been probably a 9.8, but it's an 8.5 sadly because of the scratched elements. So that's my score with this build. But if you're looking for a really, really good set, this has got it covered here. There's plenty of things to do for any age. If you're into space or you're thinking about getting into space, it's pretty good. Now for the price tag of $134.99, it does seem a bit steep, but that's about 10 cents a brick. But you got to remember, you're getting a fully playable model, you get several minifigures, and just plenty of things to do. So if you're looking for something that has decent build quality and a really good build experience, here you go. But I want to know what you guys and gals think of this set.